everybody. This is your boy TY. Hey, everybody. This is your boy TY checking in. Stone Muscle. Stone Muscle is actually going to be my workout page. I'm going to have a workout page of like some days working out with weights, some days just training at home, doing body weight exercise like squats, push-ups, pull-ups, burpees, sit-ups, and stuff like that. But this video right here is a tribute to who I think is one of the best actors in the world, Eddie Murphy. And one of them, should I say. He's on a list with Jamie Foxx and Denzel Washington. These guys are phenomenal. They're just absolutely phenomenal. They give knockout performances. We love them. Um, we enjoy their movies and don't mind sitting in front of a TV for 3 hours watching Malcolm X and see Denzel just deliver a knockout performance. But today I want to talk about Eddie Murphy and what Eddie Murphy means to our generation. I'm 52 years old. I probably shouldn't have said my age, but so be it. I'm in that mind frame to where it's though it is what it is. Say and do and tell what you want to tell, your story, without thinking caring what anybody thinks about you. All right. I'm now looking over here and I'm just seeing there's a little string on my head right here. So I know you guys don't want to see anything like that. Watch I pull it out and then the whole thing just comes apart. But let me show you what I mean by um, giving a tribute to Eddie Murphy. I'm watching him right now. As a matter of fact, let me just turn this over so you can see Eddie Murphy in Delirious. Oh, you can also see my little liquor stash right here. My little Glenlivet rum barrel selection, which I think is probably one of my favorite scotches right now at this moment. And never wrong with Glenmorangie, if that's how you pronounce it. These drinks right here, these are the drinks right here that when you go to a house party that you've been invited to, you take something over like this and, let everybody enjoy themselves to some good, really, really, really good single malt scotch. As a matter of fact, I never go to a party empty-handed. I always bring something. This right here is, I think, probably one of my favorites right here. Douce is just a very, very special drink. It's very smooth. It's very balanced. Nice texture and a nice roundness to the when you sip it, and it just gives you a real nice taste and gives you a nice buzz too. I mean, a real nice buzz. And the Taylor Port wine and Malibu, stuff like that for when I have guests come over. And it might be my selection might be a little too strong. And all right, let me start off by saying Eddie Murphy's the best. Yo, Eddie Murphy in Delirious is 22 years old. I want to know what 22 up on stage and talk. First of all, as far as I know, stand up stand-up usually lasts about 20, 15, 20, 25 minutes. These guys, Chris Rock, and all these comedians that are sitting up on stage for a whole hour, hour and a half, just delivering material, I think is phenomenal. I want to talk about Jamie Foxx also. Jamie Foxx has 3 stand-up specials that were excellent. Eddie Murphy made a movie. I think Beverly Hills Cop was his first movie. Great movie. And I was blown away by his performance. I'm like, this guy's a comedian. He's a stand-up comic, but he's given a movie that could be worthy of. I don't think a comedy show was ever worthy of nominations, but because there was so many good movies back then. But Eddie was so good, and Beverly Hills Cop, I would at least probably given him a consideration for a Grammy or an Oscar or whatever those things are called, because they're really not really important right now, because they kind of shy away from the black industry with giving out those awards. And it's a shame, because I think some of these performances given by these black entertainers are just phenomenal. Like, but back to Eddie. I never understood the magnitude of giving back, the giving back that Eddie Murphy did when he made Coming to America and Harlem Nights. He was giving actors who were going through problems like Red Fox. I think Red Fox had some kind of income tax problem, maybe 5 or 10, maybe 15 years before he died. So it was probably kind of hard. It was real hard. I know it was hard for me to look at, because they put it on TV when they went into his house and took Red Fox's property, and tried to get, I guess, money to cover his income tax, what he owed the government. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about the government, because whatever you owe them, you pay them. It's as simple as that. I mean, you're making millions of dollars, and they're asking for, a certain percentage of that. Everybody's doing it, so you have to pay the government. So I don't. But in Harlem Nights, it was an all-black cast, and I didn't understand. I didn't appreciate Eddie until I looked back at these movies and said, man, this guy's just, you guys could say what you want about Eddie Murphy. I don't care. I mean, whether you like him as an actor or not, but you got to respect the guy and give him his props, man, for opening the door back up for people like Fox, and probably paying down some of his debt on his income tax. I don't know the whole story, but that's big, man. That's monumental. And Della Reese was in it, one of my favorite actresses. I love Della Reese. I think she was in some TV show called Touched by an Angel with the lovely Stephanie Seymour. And shout out to Stephanie Seymour. I think she lost a son not too long ago. And I'd like to give my condolences to her. And but Eddie Murphy is, I think he made another one called Coming to America. Well, I don't think he did. But Eddie, don't forget, Eddie has a lot to do with who he wants in these movies, because he's in charge of these movies. These movies were made under his production company, Eddie Murphy Productions. I think Beverly Hills Cop, one of his first movies, was made under his production company. So, and Coming to America, in the beginning, do you know the time that they had to choreograph for those dancers to put on? That was like a stage show. It was like something that anybody that I know of in my age group, they would go pay to see that. Just the African dancing alone, what they were doing in the beginning of the movie, and with the outfits, the lavish outfits, and the beautiful women, and it was just, I was blown away by it. You're gonna be hearing me saying blown away a lot. It's probably something that um, um, hasn't been in my vocabulary a lot, but when it comes to performances like this, and to the extent that these guys have gone through to make a movie for us, the audience, to enjoy, I take my hat off to them. So I can go on and on about Eddie Murphy, but you guys probably don't want to hear me ramble on forever talking about, Eddie. But I can talk about Eddie Murphy for hours, especially if I have a little Glenlivet in me. You know what I mean? I can just ramble on and on about it. But that's it. I'm going to close this out and say to everybody that might watch my channel, who might not watch my channel, it's I just want to give a shout out to the one and only Eddie Murphy and say thanks for giving us performances that we're going to talk about for many, many, many years to come. So everybody on my channel, Stone Muscle. I'm also I have a channel up in my real name, Tyrone Weldon. I have nothing to hide. You're going to see and hear about my life story. So I'm just going to come out and say that I'm going to be on YouTube a lot. And thank you very much for your time.